Hey guys, welcome to day number 28 of the Talk to the Camera challenge. And today's topic will be about share a funny story about yourself, friends, family. So, I'll start with my family first on the family side, and then I get to myself and friends. I'm gonna combine those two together. So, first one with my family. There's a couple. These are gonna be pretty short ones, from what I can think of and on the top of my head. So pretty short for sort of funny stories. My gram and my granddad, his name is Ronnie. They are quite an interesting and funny couple, if I do say so myself. And yeah, so this is from my grandma's sort of story. She was on a plane with my granddad, and it was a long flight. I don't know how long, about maybe 10 hours, I think. So they're on the flight, and after they have the airplane food, they bring out desserts, and yeah. So and one of the options is an ice cream, like ice. It's like a tub of ice cream, like a little tub one. So they got theirs. My granddad is up. He opens up and he's like, "That's like, oh, that's that's weird." And he tries to get the spoon in, but he just can't get it in. You're just like, "What the hell?" He's like, "Wow, this is like really like rock solid." He tries and tries again. He just could not get into this ice cream. It was just rock solid, and he couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe that somebody will give him something that's like hard to do. And the spoons themselves, they only like plastic, you know. So I thought this is impossible. So he turns over to my gram and just like, "Do you believe this? Like I can't get this in." My gram took one look at it, immediately just she snatched it out of his hands, and what she did was that ice cream that he couldn't get into, that was so strong that he couldn't, even with his like plastic spoon, he couldn't get in. Turns out that wasn't ice cream that he was hammering in. He hasn't even taken the lid off of the ice cream. So this entire time, so it was just the cardboard part, or little, the little circle that they put a place on top of it. He hasn't taken that off. So my grandma just simply just took it off, and it was like, "Here, there you go." And she couldn't believe she couldn't believe this man. Like, my God. So yeah, just take the little lid off, and you get your ice cream. So yeah, that was one story on that side. Now, my other story, this is between me and my friends. As I said, I'll combine them together. So, me, this is back in college years. So, me and my two friends, we're in the same course, acting, and we, my one of my one of our drama teachers, who is helping or uh, participate in this event, this family event. It was a Harry Potter event, and it took place in an actual castle here in good old England. It was during the weekends. I think it was on a Sunday. Yeah, yeah, one of those classic weekends. Family go outs sort of events, and they were asking who wanted to be a part of it. And I thought, well, yeah, I'll be a part of it. And I think some other people originally joined, but I think they dropped out. So it was just the three of us in that sort of group to do it. There were other actors there as well, of course. A lot of other actors. It wasn't like just us. It was other people. But yeah, we volunteered, and they said because we didn't have costumes, we thought do we wear costumes? And we're like, yeah. Don't worry about that. We will provide it to you on the day. The only thing that you need to bring with you is just a simple white t-shirt and a black trousers. I was like, and we were like, okay, okay. So we show up on that day very early, like in the day. All three of us show up, and we're waiting around. We're waiting around, and the castle itself is in Kirksall Abbey. Not sure. You probably won't know what that is, Kirkstall Abbey Castle, if you're not from the UK, but you can Google it and see what it looks like visually. But yeah, the event took place there. So yeah, we were sitting around waiting for the costumes that we were told to be provided to us, but like none of it showed up, and we're like, okay. So eventually, the other actors showed up, and they were setting up their sort of activity sort of area because in different areas of the castle there was something like going on. So they were there getting set up, and they all like very not very, didn't look cheap. The costume, the makeup that they had on, they didn't look cheap at all. But it looked professionally done compared to us. So we were like, okay. And then somebody did come over and said, like, here's your costumes. And what the costumes were is it was a cheap cape over us, and that was it. That was it. Just cheap, like Count Dracula sort of capes over us, because it wasn't like we were gonna play like famous characters from the Harry Potter movies. I thought we would just be like Hogwarts students, but this just in it, you know. And so yeah, we were just like, okay, because we asked them like, I thought we would be provided, and they were like, not not exactly, but you can wear these, you know. But yeah, we didn't. It already wasn't great, and and then the families started arriving, kids and families, and yeah, it all like started up, and the most embarrassing thing about all of this is we everybody else, all the families, all the children were more like in character or dressed up more for the occasion than the hired actors that showed up. And we were supposed to stay there for about 6 or 7 hours. We were supposed to take some pictures, and we were supposed to send it over to our drama teacher. So that didn't end up happening at all. We were trying to make it work. We walked around. Well, it was mostly just me. I was just walking around, acting, just making up, and just improvising some dialogue or whatever. But it wasn't working. It wasn't working. Nobody was interacting with us. I mean, why would they? Anyway, like, why would they? Like, we didn't look like characters at all. It wasn't very clear to the family's point of view what separates, from the people who showed up dressed up compared to the actors. It wasn't clear at all. So we just got like more weird looks, and yeah, it was just embarrassing. We were just sort of just walking around. One of the members of we so we were just sitting around and just sitting around, just couldn't just instantly just regretting our decision. We're just like walking around aimlessly around the castle, this big castle, and I won't. So we were approached a couple of times by one of the by one of the staff who were one of the staff who were running this event. They came over and was like suggesting like some stuff for us to do and all that stuff, but it wasn't like it wasn't like this was not what we like signed up for. That we didn't sign up for this particular. I thought we were like acting, you know. But yeah, so she kept coming over and to offer his stuff, and we're just like, no, man, like no. And he got he got to a point where we were sitting around, we were just like hanging around, just looking awkward, and we saw the same woman who tried to offer us like stuff to do. We saw her like approach us, and we're like, oh no. We're like, come on, guys, let's go. So we literally we turned and we ran away from her. We were running and hiding from them, from the staff members. We were running away and hiding in this big castle. This big castle that these actors that you hired, and that we're just like hiding from the staff because we don't want to do it. And and I think the point where we were just like, we're leaving. At one point where I think it was my friend, Oscar, who asked somebody. I think it was it's one of the family members. So he was just like, it's like one of the family members that we sort of walked by. He turned to he literally said to him like, "Hey, excuse me, be honest. Do we look like characters from Harry Potter?" And the guy was just like, not really, man. It's more like, Twilight, you know. And at that point, we were just like, we're done. We're out of here. That's like the last straw for us. We tried to get in contact with our drama teacher, but for whatever reason, he just was not picking up at all. Because we wanted to talk to him first, saying that this is not working, and what was what was happening was just not working. But he wasn't picking up for some reason, and we tried and we tried. We were supposed to stay there for about 6 or 7 hours, but we ended up staying there for like half an hour. So yeah, we at one point we handed back, we hanged up our capes, or gave it back to the people, to the staff that we were of this event that we were running away from. And yeah, we gave them back to them, and we're just like, yeah, I think we're just gonna go. We're just gonna leave now. This is not working. And in all fairness, they were pretty cool people. They were all right people, you know. But yeah, so we left the event early. Eventually, our drama teacher got back to us. Understandably, he wasn't very happy with what happened, but it's, you know it was just not very organized. It wasn't very clear what our roles were in this. So eventually he had a word with us, but he wanted to hear our story, like, what happened exactly. And he was a bit more understanding. He was just very like, okay, okay, don't do that again. And I won't do that again either. So yeah, looking back at that, when it happened, it was more embarrassing, more humiliating. But looking back at it now, it's pretty damn funny. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty funny. I'll always bring up the story whenever I get the chance. I get a chance with some people. But yeah, pretty funny story to look back on in my professional career. But yeah. So yeah, those are my funny stories about one of my family members' side and between myself and my friends. So yeah, that will conclude today's 28. We only got two more left, and that's it. We are done. But are we? We'll see about that. So, thanks for watching. As usual, new people, or whoever watching. And yeah, I'll see you whenever. Ciao, guys.